Hello and welcome back to Bourbon Barrel Talk. I'm your host, Scott Benton. Today we're back in the Den of Thieves. What's up, what's up, what's up?
Super glad you're here.
All right, and we are going for round 2 of the Goose Island Bourbon County Stout barrels. And oh my God, you got some weird shit over there, Nick. What are we drinking, brother?
All right, so the first one is going to be the 2021 release of the Bourbon Barrel Cola Stout.
I love Coca-Cola.
Oh, it's awesome. This one's actually really good. It's surprising me how much it tastes like cola. The second one we got going on is a 2019 release. It's called Mon Cherie. Obviously, very little cherry.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, a little bit.
Mon Cherie.
Mon Cherie.
And then we have a 2022 release called Biscotti Stout, the Biscotti Too Hottie.
I love Biscotti.
Oh, you're going to enjoy this one if you like Biscotti.
Everybody loves Biscotti, being beside Scotty.
And the
I wish I could be as far from Scotty as possible right now.
Yeah.
Especially after that joke.
And the last one we have is a 2020 release. It's called the Special Brand Stout number 4. And basically saying hints of coffee and maple syrup.
Dude, so I'm just initially on this nose on this on the cola one.
Yeah, what are you getting, Scott?
It's got some sweetness and it's got a little bit of like chocolate. But I tell you what, the thing that like reigns as true as anything else is it's got more bubbles than any of the other ones. Have you noticed like it's got more like carbonation?
It basically does.
I haven't drank any of it yet, but I was noticing the fact that it had way more carbonation than the others.
Yes.
What makes it cola? Is it what? I'm sorry, I think I missed it. What? Why is this the cola one?
Let's see.
It's not that they're mixing cola with their beer.
It's Jack and Coke put in a barrel. No,
I don't think that. I'm just asking.
It says it's made with brown sugar, citrus, coriander, spices, and other natural flavors or vanilla flavors.
I definitely get the coriander.
Yeah.
I don't know that I get any citrus though. But man, it's actually pretty flavorful, but it's got a lot of carbonation. Like I already want a bourbon. I've only taken one little small drink of it. But, of course, part of that's probably because I've been laughing at Jared all night.
Probably so. But, you know, if you think about it, it's like those and other flavors that usually cola puts on their stuff.
That's exactly
it's
what I
amazingly
thought.
enough tastes
MSG,
very similar to that. Yes.
Monocytic. I just watched a documentary about
all this
MSG.
shit you're not supposed to put in your body, but you do anyways because goddamn it tastes good.
It
Well,
does.
yeah, that's what like all the like Chinese, Koreans, Philippines. They're like going MSG.
The funny thing is,
MSG is money.
It was on. Actually, it wasn't a documentary. It was on
60
CBS
Minutes?
this morning.
Oh, never mind.
CBS Sunday morning. They were talking about the fact that MSG is actually not as bad for you as everybody thinks that it is. Like they've done multiple researches. Yale, Harvard, Stanford, all these people have done all this research, and they're like, it's really not any worse for you than salt or anything else. It literally is just flavor enhancer, right? Like, I mean, so like they were talking to all these Chinese restaurant owners, Thai restaurant owners and stuff like that. They're like, yeah, like, I mean, we've been telling you guys for years, like, I mean, we've been eating this stuff for centuries, not just, you know.
Yeah, we've been eating this for centuries, and look at us.
Yeah.
We're not fat.
We don't look like you motherfuckers, but you know, I mean, but yet we've been eating it for centuries. So yeah, it's one of those funny things that you're exactly right. So it was kind of a eye-opening, you know, type thing because the whole time, I mean, growing up, you're like, oh my God, does that have MSG in it? Which I'll tell you, my favorite thing that has MSG in is fucking Indy's chicken. Indy's chicken, oh my God, dude, there's something about Indy's chicken. They're all over the place. There's like 13 of them.
They're all over the place, but I will say that there's only a few that are actually really, really good.
So the best one is on 3rd Street.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Next to Iroquois.
Okay.
I love Indy's chicken.
Indy's chicken's delicious.
You've never fucking had it.
No, I've never.
You've really never had Indy's chicken? Oh my God.
Don't lie.
Thank you for seeing through that sarcasm.
Get the spicy kill with kill. So it's basically the entire. So the kill is the entire part of the breast. So it's actually two breasts. It's both sides. So they basically fillet the entire breast off the chicken.
Like human breast? Oh, chicken. Never mind.
Yeah, human breast. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? I
don't know.
What are you eating, Hannibal?
He heard keel and he fucking immediately just thought we were killing humans or something. You fucking weirdo.
Forged in fire.
Hannibal Lecter over here.
Give me a mask.
You will kill. You
like-
will kill.
With a nice Chianti.
There was a TikTok
Oliver.
of a kid's Halloween party at school, and the parents put their son on a dolly and trapped into it with a mask, the Hannibal
that's
Lecter
great.
mask. It's like that's a win of the year.
But yes, so Indy's
then they
chicken,
called CPS.
absolutely delicious, absolutely delicious, and their potato wedges, to die for sure. I'm telling you, dude.
Better than
I'll try
KFC.
it.
Oh, 100 times better than KFC. 100 times better than KFC.
But KFC has the 7 herbs and spices.
I don't care. This has got like 500
KFC doesn't have
herbs and
MSG.
spices. They don't have MSG. That's exactly right. I'm gonna tell you right now. That
Or human breasts.
That's true.
but the spicy kill, Jared can't keep track of himself. So the spicy kill with the spicy chicken, with the spicy potato wedges, dude, you cannot beat that stuff.
That's what's
It's
so off
absolutely
track.
delicious.
back to the stouts.
Back to the stouts. So delicious caramel, a little bit of like.
I get a lot of vanilla
coriander.
on the taste.
Yep, vanilla.
I could see why it's kind of like a Coke float.
Yes.
It's not a Coca-Cola, but it's got, especially if you taste some and then breathe in, it's got that sweet syrupy kind of
Yep.
thing going on.
Yep, for sure.
Oh,
It
absolutely.
does have a lot of syrupiness to it for
What you
sure.
got, Scott? You look like you had something.
No, I was
okay.
listening, and then when he said breathe in right after you drank
you were
it, like
breathing
it was
in.
one of
I'm
those
sorry.
things. So I was like trying to breathe in, get that extra pull off of it to grab that air to go across the actual liquid itself. So
Did you guys, if you hold it on your tongue long enough, it almost give you a little spice on the sides of your tongue a little
yeah,
bit.
so I got that, but to me that's all coriander, a little bit of
Yeah,
those
yeah,
baking spices, things like that. But yeah, it's all right there.
Yeah,
Plus
I think-
the bubbles kind of dance there a little bit. I think from the carbonation.
I think they're trying to get that coriander to kind of give that pseudo cola flavor, that syrupiness that kind of goes in that with that.
Yeah.
Did you get your pimp hand strong in there, man? Is that what happened?
I was turned away.
You were turned away.
Yes. It was we don't fucking care. We're having a good time.
So Ashley got her pimp hand strong, is what you're telling me.
That was Morgan. Yeah.
Oh, Morgan did. Oh, even better. You get bitched out by Jared's wife.
Suck it.
Now
You
we-
all right, you'll get
Now
yours
you-
later.
Glad it wasn't me tonight.
Now,
Jesus.
now you know what it feels like to be Jared. You just got bitch slapped. All right, so the second one. What are we guzzling on this second one? Because I'm tearing through these bad boys.
God damn.
I'm tearing these bad boys up. These are
right.
delicious.
Number 2 is the Mon Cherie. It's 2019 release. Let's see here. This one's always hard to read because it's like gold on white.
Do you need a flashlight?
Chocolate,
Brown sugar,
cherry.
granola, oats,
Pineapple.
and 100% natural flavor added.
I was about to say, dude, there's definitely some oatmeal in this or something, but yeah, oats. That's funny.
But this isn't. Never mind.
No, the previous episode that we did was the cherry wood. So this is more along the lines of the Mon
But
Cherie.
one of these was an oatmeal stout, is what I was thinking.
Oh, the last one is about oatmeal stout.
That's
last
what
one
it
was
was.
oatmeal. Yeah.
Ooh, this is very good.
Yeah, this is like in history, look at hindsight, I got about 4 or 5 of these because after I tried one, I had to go back and buy a couple more because they were so good.
This has almost got a red wine something. I don't know if it's tannins that they've added into.
So what
there
year
or
is this one?
something.
2019.
2019. So,
So-
they're gone.
So thought or question just came across my mind.
No, I'm saying, but there are probably not many sitting out in the
Oh,
wild
no.
anywhere, is what I mean.
Godspeed. You trying to find some unless
That's
you
what
know
I'm-
exactly where to look.
We know you have more because I just saw you, and you basically said, "I'd make sure I buy a bunch of these."
No one cares about your question, Jared.
Jared, we just completely just talked over top of Jared.
100%.
What was your question, Jared? Sorry. Me and Nick were having a moment. We were talking about this.
I waited for a nice little pause, and then all of a sudden Scott said, "No, fuck that shit.
Scott just SWAT kicked the door open.
This is my podcast, bitch."
I mean, with all fairness, it is. But go ahead. What was your question?
Look at me. I'm the podcast leader now. No, my question was, so if you're gonna drink one of these, like you're just gonna drink the whole thing by yourself one night or whatever,
You're gonna get fucked up. What about
Well-
everybody else?
but are you just drinking it straight out of the bottle? Are you gonna pour it in a glass?
You're gonna pull it in a glass,
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
what my question was.
and you're probably gonna let it get
if
to
you're a-
close
if
to
you're a-
room
If you're
temperature.
a
Yeah.
bourbon snob, if a bourbon snob was going to drink one of these, you're going to
Pour it in a glass. You're gonna let it get as
Let it
close
air
to
out a
room
little bit.
temperature as possible, and then you're gonna
Slight
sippy
chill
sip.
on it.
Yep.
Let the, whenever you pour it, you want to just a little bit ahead. I know you haven't heard that before, but
Oh,
let
he's
that
heard it a lot.
develop.
Just a little head.
And then just let it sit for a couple minutes and then drink.
I'm gonna kill myself at the end of this podcast.
Oh goodness.
No silence and just hearing.
You should hear me squeak laughing over here. I'm laughing so hard at myself. Oh God, I'm gonna cry.
Scott's little pecker is just got his little boner going because he's so proud of himself with that little joke. Back to the beer.
It's not the only thing that's little. Oh man! So this
silky.
one's delicious. It is silky. It's very smooth. It goes down very easily.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
As I said, it's a very easy drinker. You get all the tannins that you really want to get, or you should get for something like this. If it says, hey, you're going to get cherry, you're going to get a little oat, you're going to get probably some wood and some chocolate flavors out of it. And it's all hits.
A little floral.
Maybe just
Or
a
is
little
it
bit. Maybe
more
it
of
might
a
be the
citrus,
hops.
or
It might be the hops.
from the hops.
Maybe that's what it is.
Or the citrus from the hops.
Because if I
Yeah.
hold it, if I'm
I'm trying to figure
Like
out what
that,
that
I get
oatmeal is. That real cellar. It's muskier than like say.
Like a traditional, yeah, I get what you're saying. I think I would just equate it to that's where the viscosity is coming from. Like it's thick. I mean, this is thick. It's got some legs to it. It's got a lot going on. I really like this one.
it's good though.
It's rich. It's a rich
Very
tasting stout. It just amazes me how dark these colors are.
Well, I mean, it's a dark beer to begin with,
Yeah.
and then the fact that they spent all that time in a charred oak barrel. I mean, it's pulling all the stank out of it for sure.
Look, Scott, I can't see
this
your
one is-
bald ass head through this thing.
No, it is bald too, man. It's a shame. I wish I had a good hair. I really do. No, can't be you and
Buy a
John.
wig.
Hey, Nick's got a good head of hair. What am I talking about? I'm the baldest motherfucker I've been here. I just realized this.
You
Buy
know
a
what?
wig.
I will say, I'm very, very thankful that my grandfather on my mother's side had a full head of hair until his dying day.
There you go.
You know, my grandfather on my mother's side had a full head of hair when he passed away too, when he was in his 50s. But nonetheless, I'm bald as shit. Like, my brother's bald as shit.
So you lost in the gene pool.
I lost in the gene pool. I did. I got it from my dad's side because everybody's bald on my dad's
Thank
side.
God you can grow a
Everybody.
beard though, because that
Oh,
would just
dude,
look
I got
really
a killer
weird.
beard. I love it.
Yeah.
I wish I was allowed to grow it in like big and thick and gnarly. I'd be like Santa Claus. I'd be like a bald Santa Claus.
Oh, I have some funny pictures because my brother has opposite hair of me because I have my mom's side to where it's
Right.
kind of thicker.
Right.
My brother has my dad's side, which is very much thinner, thin hair, and him trying to do a mustache and a beard is hilarious. I have a couple pictures, and it takes him a long time to develop.
I can grow the mustache. I cannot grow basically anything else outside of like right here.
It'll
I'm like-
take time.
I'm like Carl.
It takes time.
I'm like Carl. I can grow here and I can grow here, and that's it.
Yeah,
Well,
it
I mean,
takes
grow the
time.
rest. I can grow the rest of it, but it's not thick.
Yeah, just keep shaving it, and it'll be fine. It'll get there before you know it. I mean, you're what, like 22, 25?
12. I'm just kidding.
What are you for, like 27,
26.
25? That's what I was 25, 26. I knew you were in the mid 20s, so I mean,
I had to clarify that
it
before
takes
the
a little bit.
FDA
I have
or
a sad
somebody comes
question.
down on Scott.
I have a sad question. When did you start shaving?
What do you mean? When? Freshman year of high school.
That's probably why.
But I had a mustache all through 8th grade. I could have started shaving the mustache in 8th grade, but I
Pencil thin?
Oh fuck yeah! I got a nickname in high school called Crustache because my mustache they said was crusty.
crustache.
They called me Crusty for short
I
when
thought
I
it was
first.
crust ass. Got a mustache because you've been eating ass.
I've got so many things I could say, but I don't
Ass-eating
want
season,
you
baby.
to lose subscribers, so I'm going to shut the fuck
Please,
up.
please don't. I can't afford to lose many.
All three.
Alrighty. So tell us about this third one, Nick.
The next one is
Named after me,
The
Biscotti
Biscotti.
Hottie.
Scotty Too Hottie.
So made with cocoa nibs,
No,
toasted almonds,
maybe,
anise seed,
possibly.
and
I was about to say,
and
dude, I
other
get
natural
straight up
flavors.
licorice.
That is a that
I
is
get
anise,
licorice and vanilla and a little bit of cinnamon.
okay.
Right off the nose. I mean, immediately.
Oh, this is like a black Twizzlers dipped in chocolate.
Yeah, for sure.
Just off the nose.
I don't know that I'm going to be
This is
able to
already
drink.
my favorite.
I don't know that I'm going to be able to drink this.
This is already my favorite.
That is
Let's
a
roll.
lot- that is a lot of licorice, buddy.
Find another one of these some bitches you send it my way. I'll pay for it.
This smells straight up like the absinthe finish.
I'm gonna
Fearless
just
that we
nose
tried.
the SOB for the rest of my life.
That was the picture I took, right? There was one in there.
Yeah,
So
there's a couple over-
There's a couple of bottles unlimited right downtown New Albany. No. Yeah. And
Yeah.
by the time this thing records, you better be over there. Already got them.
You better before the beforehand.
I was gonna say, I bet you they're closed, but never mind. They're probably not.
No,
No,
probably.
was
they're
gonna say.
open until about 10, 11 o'clock tonight.
Holy shit! The fucking flavor in this is wild.
Oh my god!
Out
No,
of
my
this
god! It's
world.
like a Thin Mint. This smells like a Thin
John
Mint.
woke up like he was like, "Holy shit, the fucking!"
I did.
flavor.
I was going down a drunk tunnel, and now I'm like,
It
man.
smells like a Thin Mint. I swear to God.
I don't know that I get any mint, but dude, I mean, there's a lot of licorice.
I think it's the licorice
some
is
vanilla.
almost substituting
It's
for the
that
mint,
really-
but
yeah.
you see what I'm getting at?
Oh no, I do.
Okay.
I see what you're
that
getting at.
really deep dark chocolate,
Or like an
cocoa
There's
some
flavor.
chocolate, Man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to drink this, dude. I had no idea it was gonna be licorice, dude. Like I was so excited about this, and then when I heard licorice and then I smelled it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is
No,
like."
no, I didn't say anything about licorice.
Huh?
I didn't say licorice.
You said anise, which is
Anise.
licorice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
same
That's
difference.
True. That's true. Anise
Same
seed.
difference. Yeah, my bad.
This is a
When you said
springerly cookie with a.
I was about to say when you said anus, I mean I knew anise. Isn't that what Jared? He got excited when we said anise. He was like, "Oh God, really? Where?"
Anus?
What is marzipan? I'm having a brain fart.
So
What is it?
marzipan would be like what I would consider more of a more of a plain snickerdoodle. Like it's more of like a really, really deep, like almost like a Springerling, only with none of the anise or cinnamon or anything like that.
So kind of a doughy.
Yeah, real doughy. You know, it's got
kind of
some
sweet.
yeah
Okay.
doughy
If y'all
sweet.
don't hear me till just now, it's probably because Scott's muted my mic because I have said so many inappropriate things. He's had to just cut my audio out.
You're all good, man.
You know,
This is
strangely enough, after tasting it, it weirdly enough tastes like almost like a partial oatmeal cookie. I don't know why.
I'm still afraid to drink. I'm so afraid.
Don't be a pussy. Let's go.
I fucking hate
You're doing this for your fans.
It's for the
Scott.
podcast.
For the
fucking hate
podcast.
licorice.
Scott. Moment of truth. He's analyzing it. I'm giving it a play-by-play since someone else is talking.
I mean-
so I feel like I need to clear the dead here. He's giving this. I don't really know. I don't really care.
You know,
for
I
it.
really wanted this to be my favorite, but wow, that is weird. Wow.
This is the wild card of the bunch.
The nose doesn't equate to the taste.
There's not quite as much licorice on the mouth or on the or in the mouthfeel in that mid palate. It's much more like that, like doughy cookie type, construct. But there's definitely enough licorice there that I'm just like,
Maybe not.
See, I don't get as much of the licorice. To
how do
me,
you not get? It's
to
all
me,
mid
it's-
palate to finish. I mean,
To me, it's more of a mint.
it's literally sitting on my punching bag going licorice, 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 licorice. Like I can feel the strokes. Like it was like Mike Tyson was sitting there just going licorice, 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 licorice.
That's what she said.
You know what the funny thing was is that originally whenever I purchased this,
It's a licorice cookie, Scott. Yeah.
the funny thing is whenever I originally purchased this, I thought this was the airline cookie, the Biscotti.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
so
what
when
I thought it was.
I thought I was going to be like
Which a biscotti is more almond
Yeah.
and snickerdoodle
Yeah.
type.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
must have
Snickerdoodle,
got the
almond,
weird-
all that stuff.
Either you got the weird bottle or
But this is definitely
They
it's definitely
tried
got some
something
licorice, some
different,
anise.
Biscotti.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely anise, licorice. It's got all those type of notes. Ooh, I really wanted it to be my favorite, but man, I don't know.
It's
just,
thicker
it's
than
got a
the
lot
other
of stuff
two,
going on.
for
Dude, it's
sure.
got a great.
It is.
I will say of this, it probably has the best mouthfeel of the three that we drank so
Yes.
far. Like it's very, very got some really creamy notes. It's very thick. It really hangs to like all sides of your mouth. But man, it's literally hanging on the old uvula. Man, it's punching away.
You know what? Once you said that, I get the almost same aftertaste I get from Jägermeister.
Yes, yeah, and I avoid Jägermeister like the plague. There's very few things that I want to avoid, and Jägermeister is one of them.
Oh, this is so
Like an
good.
Irish car bomb, when they put it in Guinness, Jaeger and Guinness, like gross. It's so
good.
weird. You like it?
Yeah. That is so
He-
good.
Jared
Jared's
loves
having-
anus.
Jared's having another worldly experience, and it involves the anise.
What about it do you like? I'm curious to know.
I don't know. It's just that licorice, minty kind of taste that I'm getting, and mixed with the chocolate gives you a nice black red vine and like a thin mint that is just especially on the finish. The
I'm not
finish
getting
is so
mint.
killer though.
I'm not getting mint
but
at
to me,
all.
for some reason, it's like a licorice mint for whatever reason. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Like it makes me. It reminds
Does anybody
me.
else get mint?
It's
Am
not
I-
like a strong.
When you
mint.
say mint, are you thinking like an herbal?
No,
like
the
the
chocolate
herbal flavor.
No,
Yeah.
the-
He's
the-
talking about like
the-
Girl
the
Scout
actual
cookies,
mint.
I think.
Well, no, I'm thinking
Yeah.
thin mint or
Pepperidge Farm.
no, Olive Garden mints,
Yeah, Andy's
Andy's
mints.
mint.
Andes mints.
Yeah.
because you get that
that's what I'm
chocolate.
getting. Not an herbal mint. No, God no. Not like a tea mint. Herbal
It's
mint,
more like
any
a
of that
spearmint, which I can dig down on some spearmint. I don't mind that type of mint, but I don't.
But
I
it's
just-
not like it's not that hard, strong one. I don't know. Maybe my
I
palate's
get. I
just
think I
half
get where you're
stupid.
coming from. But to me, that's still just licorice. It's just the.
See,
it's
but
just
to me,
the
it's not
tingle
that
that's coming from
strong
that
licorice,
licorice.
though.
I don't know.
I don't know.
And some just might be more sensitive to licorice.
That's possible. I might be just really sensitive to it. Does anybody else get mint, or
Like,
am I the only one that's
I'm
like?
really sensitive to
Nick's
fucking
Nick's
horseradish.
debating whether he wants to agree with Jared or not, which is
You don't have to agree with me. You
No,
don't hurt my
I think
feelings.
I think I was getting a little bit more on the nose than the actual taste.
Yeah.
Of it, like it would. If you break open a Girl Scout cookies Thin Mints, that box, you get more chocolate, but you get this just tiny hint of almost mint at the very end of it,
Yeah.
to where it's not very potent. It's just there.
I can say I may agree with that slightly on the nose, but I don't get it at all on
No,
the
no,
taste.
no,
I get
I agree.
I get
Oh,
almost
I get
no mint on the taste.
But-
and you're saying you get mint on the taste.
Each their own. Yeah. I am. I'm not bullshitting you. I really am.
I'm not saying you're bullshitting me. I'm just I can't find it. I wish I could.
The licorice
Because
doesn't.
It's okay, Barbara.
linger.
I think it's all. I
mean,
think it's all licorice for me.
the licorice hits, but it doesn't. It kind of disappears at the end of it. So it's very like front of the palate, mid palate, and then gone.
Yeah, the licorice dissipates very fast for me to where I'm lingering with the kind of that oats and chocolate left over.
Oh, the
Like,
chocolate is so.
Oh, the chocolate is very rich. It's very good,
Oh,
but man,
so
it's
strong.
to me though. It's just there's so much of that anise that's just like
lingers.
Like
for
I
you.
said, dude, it's on the punching bag.
So I'm the same way with horseradish. That tastes the faintest bit of horseradish, and I'm like, nope, I'm out. Deuces.
But my thing is, it's not that I hate this. It's just
Oh, I hate horseradish.
it's just weird. Like
Oh,
it's
well,
just
but-
so
yeah.
weird.
On the bottle, it says notes of marzipan, cocoa, black licorice, and buttered toffee. And I'm trying to find the buttered toffee in it. Did you mention that when you first were nosing?
I said it was
it?
a darker like sweetness, but like I think
that
probably wouldn't have
anise
picked.
overpowers.
I think it
any
does
of
too.
that.
Yeah, for me, if I was going to guess
Toffee.
darkness, I would say like sorghum or like something like that, or
bit more chewy.
Would you call
and-
buttered toffee
molasses.
darkness?
yeah. So buttered toffee would be like a dark sweetness, like brown sugar or toffee. Like those are like
Okay, I'll give you that.
because when you're making toffee, like you're taking sugar, you're taking butter, you're like basically
Cooking
it down.
Okay.
And you're bringing out the richness in the sugar, so you're actually caramelizing the sugar, and then you're
see
adding
what you're
vanilla and other flavors to it to get to that toffee.
Okay, I see what you're getting at. Never mind.
So
I see what you're getting at.
like when I think of toffee, I think of Werther's Original. Like it's more of a rich, deep, dark, sugary taste
I get you.
than when you're just typical brown sugar.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fourth one's going to be like, but to me, of these three, and even the ones we did on the previous podcast, this one tastes the most stouty of any of the beers
Yes.
that I've had so far. Just
No,
to me.
I would agree with you because this is the one that's made me be like, oh
Circle
shit.
jerk in the corner. Yeah, that's a great opinion. What'd you say, Jared?
And this is the end of Bourbon Barrel Talk. You can find us at bullshit.com and
Go fuck yourself, URL.
.org and
All right. What's the last
Scott's
one here?
tombstone is going to read in
All right.
that wording.
All right.
Oh my God.
Actually, the funny thing is that this one actually is coming in the lowest proof of all.
But
all
the nose
four of
on
them.
this dude is delicious.
So this
I'm
is
going to throw some weird shit out. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So this is from 2020. This is actually an oatmeal stout with aged bourbon barrels.
This is the weirdest.
And dude, cinnamon.
This is gonna-
Barrels with
got some baking
well,
spices.
It's
coffee and
spicy.
maple syrup. That's what they said on
You
the
may
bottle.
I was about to
question
say.
my sanity. When I first nosed this, I got a salsa.
That's
like
what.
a
Yes.
spicy
Yes.
tomato,
It's like
jalapeno salsa.
Okay, so I'm not going to say you're crazy, but I kind of get where you're coming from because there's some acidity there.
Yes.
That's what it is.
There's
yeah.
definitely some acidity that kind of like reigns in there, but I think it's more or less
so
coming from like the oatmeal, and I think there's some cinnamon, and there's some other baking
roasted
spices.
quality of something.
Yes, for sure. Yes, no, there's definitely some acidity that's coming through on this.
100%. I agree with you, John. I mean, there is so much.
It's almost like a tomato acidity, though. You're right. Yeah,
yeah.
It is
But there's
weird.
but there's like a
vinegar,
spice in with it though.
spicy.
The vinegar, maybe that's what it is.
Vinegar,
because vinegar got
spicy.
that punchy, like I'm gonna cut through everything.
This
I'm gonna
is so
smell it.
weird because this is a fucking stout. Like I shouldn't. I feel like it's like chocolate coffee done. Like that's it. But these other flavors are fucking warping my mind.
So, but I will tell you this. So, when I think of coffee, I also think of acidity. Coffee is very acid based, right?
See, I think of bitterness though.
But coffee is bitter, right? But yes, but when you look at coffee on the acidity scale, coffee is very high on the acidity scale. Right. So I would think that very easily could you take a coffee scent and patch it into like that tomato or into some other acid based like volume.
Have those-
So for
those
me, the more I'm
inspirations
smelling it,
of
like the more I'm going to it, like it's coffee.
Yeah.
Like straight up coffee.
No, I agree with you on the acidity.
So like dark
acidity
coffee, oatmeal mixed with coffee, brown sugar with coffee. There's even just a touch of marshmallow on the nose. Like if you really, really dive in deep. But there's a ton of acidity, and I think it's all coming from coffee. Like I'm waiting to taste it, but I bet it's all coffee.
So if you really take a deep, deep whiff, as it goes through, it's so much more coffee at the end.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm
And
getting a ton of
that's
coffee.
where I'm getting
yeah,
at.
yeah.
Whereas initially, if you just take a quick
it
whiff,
was really
it's-
weird. Yes,
if you
exactly.
take a quick whiff, it's
Yeah.
very much that tomato acidity salsa,
Yeah.
super spicy Mexican.
Yeah,
Yada, yada, yada.
yeah. But there's some baking spices in here too. So I'm saying that there's definitely some things
Yes.
going on. But
Yeah.
dude, this is coffee. This is a coffee bomb.
Yeah.
The more I smell it, it is like straight up like
All right, I'm diving in.
like freeze dried Taster's Choice, like some quality crazy coffee here. Not that freeze dried Taster's Choice is, but I'm just saying like it's coffee.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. The short pulls that usually we're getting, I almost would say that it's almost like pico de gallo with a little bit of a little bit of jalapeno in it. But the more longer pulls you do of that nosing,
It's that
you
deep.
get that.
That acidity reigns
There is a
through
little
in
tea
the palate.
too.
Not to fuck anybody's palate up, but that acidity reigns through on the palate. I mean, it is very. It's almost sour esque. It's almost sour, and
So-
at that point,
Oh yeah,
on
that's
the
coffee.
taste,
That is
I'm
dead up
saying?
coffee. Yeah.
It's maple.
this is the strongest coffee.
Coffee,
Yep.
maple, a little bit
But
of
it's sweet,
little bit of caramel, just a touch,
No,
right in the mid palate.
No, I'm not getting a whole lot of coffee. It's kind of like just hints and like nudges as I've
Oh no,
tasted
I'm
it.
getting tons of coffee. I'm getting tons.
I'm
of
gonna
coffee.
agree with you. I'm gonna agree with Scott. It is very much. It's a lot of
It's
coffee.
hitting a little bit more chocolate with hints of coffee and mocha in there.
Even on the mid palate, like when you really, really just like swish it, just swish, take a sip and take a pull and
I'll
swish.
switch for you, Scott.
I appreciate it. Just gargle that bitch, baby. Seriously, just give a little swish.
Did you hear that, man?
So mid palate, dude, is like straight
For the
coffee.
second time tonight, I'm gonna kill myself after this podcast.
Oh my god! Thank God Jared is not laughing full on mic. It's gonna be so much easier to edit.
I'm at least
Scott's just like, how the
But no,
fuck am I gonna
seriously.
edit this
So now
episode?
that you did a little swish, straight mid palate, is that not like a ton of like robust coffee flavor?
A little bit. I get more on like the sides of the tongue.
Yeah.
As
Yep.
it kind of goes back a little bit, but then it just fades away.
Yeah.
And I get more chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate on the finish. Yeah,
Yes.
100%. But dude, that mid palate is like rich, dark, like espresso, like coffee, like you would like
French
straight
roast.
Yeah. So like I could
With
literally
a little bit of creamer. You can throw a little splash of creamer in there,
dude, for sure. Like this
Yeah.
is almost
Splash
like
that cream in there.
It's almost like a latte. Like it's almost like a. I'm not kidding. Like it really is. It's almost like a dark chocolate latte.
Anybody
Like
else getting either like a
big.
raspberry or a blueberry or some kind of?
no, wait a minute. Shut the fuck up. Nobody gets blueberry. Have we not had this conversation before?
Dude, there's something.
buy some blueberries.
There's some.
If I read blueberry on this, I'm
berry-esque-
punching somebody in the nuts. Okay, let's see.
You
here.
can punch him. He's closest.
Oh my god, it says blueberry.
almost ripped the headset out because I scared my
The funny thing is, I turned it around so he wouldn't see the notes. And then all of a
My
sudden he
name's
said,
Scott, and
I'll
when
vouch
I
for Nick.
critique John, I'm going to say there's no berry, motherfucker. But I stand corrected.
but I'm not kidding
my
you.
God, it does say blueberry.
I
Oh my
turned
God.
around and I looked at it and I was like going, I was kind of looking over
Spank
stuff.
my ass and call me Charlie. That is crazy. I was sitting there thinking that nobody ever says blueberry when they smell something.
Hey, Scott.
Is it on the palate at least?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna give
And
it
the
that.
fucking reason is because Huber's has that blueberry dessert wine, and I always get the brandy forward and then the palate finish of the blueberry. And it took a while because the coffee was so intense on
Dude,
this
the
one.
coffee is crazy on this
But
thing.
I start breaking that down, and it was like it tasted kind of like some kind of berry.
I'm giving John
more of a
4
sour.
stars for today because that motherfucker got blueberry.
Hey, Scott.
What's up, brother?
Suck it.
I know, for real. You're
You
lying.
suck it, suck it.
Brothers,
the funny thing is
brothers
that-
from another mother.
I am not that much of a coffee person, but this coffee is kind of, at least for me, kind of like so subtle or mixed with like more of a mocha, to where it's mixed so much with chocolate.
Oh yeah, it's chocolate coffee.
It is so much more enjoyable that way.
I'm getting that marshmallow now. I didn't
Dude,
get it. I didn't get it
did I
on the
not tell you?
nose,
Yeah.
but in this on the sides of the tongue, it's a marshmallowy.
It kind of comes through like.
I still don't
weirdly
know that I
late.
know what blueberries taste like. I'm so jealous. 'Cause evidently I just want to think of blueberries.
I'm gonna bring some blueberries.
Some
to the
of us
next
can't be as
episode.
sophisticated in our palate as
I've
as
eaten
I
a
can,
million
Scott.
blueberries in my life, but I've fucking never ever tasted blueberries
I'm
on
gonna
anything.
see if I can find some like
It's
blueberry essence.
Maybe
Concentrated blueberries.
it's
or
not
something.
like the fruit. It's like a blueberry syrup would be. So it's got a little bit of that tang.
Who makes blueberry syrup?
You've never had
A
blueberry
at a
syrup?
coffee shop.
You
dude.
never had blueberry syrup on like pancakes?
Wait,
No.
wait,
I
wait,
mean,
wait,
yes,
wait,
but like
wait.
it doesn't. To me,
Wait.
it just tastes sugary. It just tastes super sweet. I
Wait.
don't really get any like
IHOP.
excess flavor. But it's not the same. Like
I'm just telling you. You asked who makes blueberry syrup, and IHOP makes blueberry syrup. Syrup.
full of shit.
Mate.
Anyway,
I'm
back,
about to say
back,
who has the hiccups first.
back to the review.
No, it was a burp.
All right,
It was a burp.
let's stack these bad boys. Who's going first? Who's going second?
I'll go
Who's going
first.
third? Who's going fourth?
I got mine. I got it.
Jared's like ready.
I got it. No, I just thought about it, and so
All right.
I got it.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna go the third one we had.
Biscotti.
Biscotti.
So you like,
Biscotti too
you
high.
like, you
Yep.
like the anus.
I'm
Okay,
going.
go
I
ahead.
like anus. I love ass eating season, baby.
Roll that tongue.
And then I'm gonna go the one we just had, the oatmeal stout, whichever one that one was called. And then I'm gonna go the second one we had, and then I'm gonna go the cola last. The
Mon Cherie.
Mon
And then
Cherie
cola is
second or
fourth.
third. Mon Cherie third, and then cola
Cola's
fourth.
fourth.
Yep, that's what I'm going.
All right, I'll go ahead and go.
No,
Fine.
I'm sorry. I
Just hit him, Nick.
It's all right. So I will actually go the Mon Cherie one because I mean that's been a perennial favorite for me because I've enjoyed it very much for a long time. The actual coffee, oatmeal stout number 2, Biscotti 3, and cola 4.
All right. You want me to go next year, John?
I know what's
A shocking turn of events. I'm gonna go with my brother on this
Hey. So you're going the Biscotti
going
Too Hottie, the coffee stout,
Coffee stout,
the
no,
marzipan.
The
Mon
Mon
Cherie.
Cherie third, and then cola 4. Yeah.
By the way,
Marzipan.
the marzipan is with the anus. All right. So I'm gonna kind of mix and meld. We'll just put it that way. So I'm gonna go Mon Cherie first, and then I'm gonna go cola. Oddly enough, which is weird.
Weird. Okay.
Then I'm gonna go Biscotti Too Hottie, and then I'm gonna go oatmeal stout.
Really?
Yeah, and the only reason why I'm going in that order is because the coffee, even though I like it, like it's really robust.
all
Like
you
it's
get.
it's a lot of coffee. And when I drink my stouts, I want a little bit more chocolate, a little bit more vanilla. I want a little bit more like of those sweeter notes to come through on that. And I think that the coffee almost overrides that one. Okay. Even though I think it's still delicious and I love it. Like, I mean, it like there's nothing wrong with any of these. Like even the one with the anise, like that licorice flavor, even though it's strong and it's robust, like I don't mind it. Like I would drink this bottle.
Super unique. It's
I would kill this
flavorful.
bottle,
Yep.
no problem.
Yep.
But I think in this situation, I want a little less coffee and a little bit more of those adjunct flavors that come with that bottle. So that's just that's my strong opinion on that one.
I was just really surprised you didn't put the anise one last.
Yeah, no, I thought I would. Like
really
as soon as I as soon as I smelled it, and I'm not gonna lie, as soon as I smelled it, but like the flavor, once I start drinking it, like there was enough other things that came with it, as far as like that sugar cookie and a little bit of that snickerdoodle and all those other things that came with it, that I could almost look past probably the anise part of it, for the most part.
Oh, it smells so much less anise if you go back to it.
If I go back to it. Yeah, so the anise does die off a little bit. You get a little bit more of that cookie. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
I actually get more of it now that it's.
Do you
been
really?
said. I do. Yeah. But that's one of the flavors I pick up a lot of. I don't know why.
Right.
But that dark
John
black
just really
licorice.
grabs that one, which is cool. So
Yeah,
but
hey, hell yeah.
I was really surprised at how flavorful these ended up being. I just kind of thought stouts were so similar that there might be some idiosyncrasy
Kind
in
of
terms
like
of
a
differences.
standard. You were
But there was a
expecting-
standard.
Yes.
And these of these four especially, they had some very stand out flavor profiles and mouth feels to them.
for sure, no, absolutely. These were definitely all very unique. They all had their own little idiosyncrasies to them that I thought really, really brought a lot of good things to the table. Nick, thanks for bringing all these.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you so much.
We had two different
Absolutely.
weeks where we were able to enjoy a couple of different pours and some awesome things and very good in that.
I
situation.
really did not think I was going to really enjoy any of these, and I actually really enjoyed every single one of them. They're very delicious.
I'm happy to hear that.
I think we got a convert. I love that, Nick.
A little bit.
Absolutely.
It's a guy who
can't
only
drink
drinks
much.
Mick Ultra and maybe some Coronas.
Hey,
This
hey,
motherfucker
whoa.
probably drinks Bush Apple.
No. High Life.
Oh, my bad. High Life.
Champagne
The
of
champagne of
beers.
beers. That's
Damn
The
right.
champagne of beers.
Pabst Blue Ribbon
No.
with lime.
No. I love my Yin Yang lagers. I love some of my crafty lagers and Hefeweizens and stuff like that. I'm not a total fucking...
Oh, no, you're a total
Nick
tool
Ultra.
for sure.
I'm not going to say I'm not a tool, but I'm not a total beer loser.
As we shut his mic off, just kidding. All right, that's our episode of Bourbon Barrel
I
Talk.
so want to reach over there and start pushing buttons, but I can't because I don't know what it's going to do, and I don't want to break something. That's the problem.
If
I
you
would
want to
totally
find us,
would.
you can email us at bourbonbarreltalk@gmail.com. Make sure you hit us on any messages through Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. This is Scott, Nick, John, and Jared signing off. Peace out.
Nice.